Good morning. Welcome to Hope, Faith, and Joy Daily Devotion with me, Pastor Amanda. It's Thursday morning, and we are taking a look at chapter 22. Now, what's exciting is yesterday we left off with Paul just about to give us a speech. And so today we get to dive into that speech just a little bit. And so what we find out, again, what Paul is doing is it says that he's speaking in Hebrew to the crowds. So again, we are reminded that it's very important for Paul to meet people where they are at. He doesn't expect them to have to try to translate in Greek or something else. He speaks to them in Hebrew so that they hear him. They're listening to him. They're absorbing what he is saying. And so, again, as a good lawyer, Paul starts out with identifying his credentials. And he says, I am a Jew born in Tarsus, but just brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel. And so this is a great teacher, wise person among them that they respect. So he's like, I've studied under him. And he goes, I'm just as strict about the law as you are. And then, so he's like saying, and I'm here, I haven't run away. And, but then what happens? So he's kind of set up why he should be listened to, his credentials. And what we find then is he retells for us his conversion story. So the conversion story that we had closer to the beginning is now being told to us by his own mouth. And it's exactly the same. There was a bright light and he became blinded and he heard a voice. Everybody else saw the light but didn't hear the voice. And then he was told to go to Damascus and meet a man named Ananias. And then Ananias came to him and taught him. And then it says that what happened after that is he goes, I returned to Jerusalem and I was praying in the temple and I received another message, so to speak. He says in verse 17, I fell into a trance and saw Jesus saying to me, hurry and get out of Jerusalem quickly because they will not accept your testimony about me. So he's kind of naming it and claiming it. You go, I know you guys weren't going to do this. You weren't going to like this. And so he says, and he still admits to everything he had done. He held the cloaks of the people who stoned Stephen to death, a great Christian. He was one who brought many people of the way into prison and beat them. And find that he's very open about what he did and that he has changed. He's different. And then he finally says, then I was told to go, for I will send you far away to the Gentiles. So he goes, his message from Jesus was to go to the Gentiles. And it says right there at that point in time, the people stopped listening. Like they're all there, but as the moment he mentions the Gentiles, they're just like, no, we're not going to do anything with this guy. And so, so they decided that they wanted to attack him. And so what happens is that he is arrested. And what in that arrest, Paul, he likes to show his creds. And he says, wait a second, like I am a Roman citizen. You got to be really careful about how you treat me. And so at first the centurion's like, I better get somebody else to come help me with this. And what happens is they realize, they're like, oh my goodness, we got to be really careful with this guy. And for Paul, like Paul was born a citizen, and this guy who's arresting him had to pay his way into citizenship. So there's already a difference in how they can treat him and what they can do with him. So what happens is then Paul is taken before the council because they wanted to flog him. They wanted to beat him up. But as a Roman citizen, nope, no go. And so now we find that Paul is in front of the council. Instead of being beat up, he's given counsel. And so we recognize today how important it is to share our stories. We need to share our conversion stories. It really does make a difference. And I have to admit, I'm sorry to be short today. I've got somebody who is just showing up at the front door. But for our devotion today, I just hope you think about your conversion story. How has it helped give you strength and courage in adversity? Have you shared it? Do you need to be sharing it? And so spend some time thinking about how Jesus has truly changed you and made you a better person. So I'm sorry to be so short today, but I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.